What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is the day 6 of my 12 days of Christmas series, and today we are going to be drawing these jingle bells using Camlin soft pastels. I will be doing a review on these soft pastels soon. So first I made sure that I do not put my color wherever the highlights were, so I left them empty and white like that. The bells were brass and they had a lot of reflection and highlights in them. And I started off with a base color which was kind of like the skin tone, and we had some, dark shades and shadows around the edges. So I used brown for that, but later on I layered it with a lot of colors to get the perfect shade. I saw that there was a lot of green in the bells, so I used some dark green to get that greenish shade. For soft pastels, I'm telling you, you have to have very strong lungs and breathing system, because during the process of using the pastels you find fine chalk dust on your paper, and you have to constantly blow it off because it comes in the way of your drawing. So that was my reference picture, and I'm drawing from that. This video I divided into two parts because I really wanted to do justice to this drawing as a whole. No matter how much I fast forwarded it and cut some pieces here and there. If you can see, I did not use any black for the shadows at all, and for the complete drawing I did not use black anywhere. I feel that black gives an unnatural tone, and many artists do not recommend to use black either. So I just got my shadows with dark brown, brown and dark green. And the key to soft pastels is always blending. I feel that these are a lot easier to work with than the oil pastels. And now comes the highlight points. These are the points that you want to make sure that you're extra careful, because these give the three-dimensional look to your paintings or drawings. So first I vaguely blended the highlights so that they blend with their background, and then again I created highlight points at the end. Oh, and one more thing. When you're working with soft pastels, make sure that you have some wet wipes or a wet cloth like I did, because it is very important to take off the pigment from your fingers, because when you are blending, lot of colors stick to your fingers, and when you work on the lighter areas, these colors transfer over the lighter areas, and it's very difficult to remove them. So have a wet cloth beside you, and your hands tend to dry out very quickly. I really had the urge to apply a moisturizer to my fingers, but those oils would transfer to my paper and spoil my painting, so I did not use them. But make sure once you finish with your drawing, if your hands get really dry, you should apply some moisturizer. See here, I'm defining my highlight points once again, and this is the base of the bell, that is the base color. And if you can see, I just applied different colors all at once and I blended them all together at once. And here I used a homemade tortillion. You can really make it very easily. If you want, I can make a video on how to make them. The tortillion is a blending tool that lets you blend over areas where you cannot use your finger. Because if you can see, my drawing has very thin and fine points which cannot be blended with my fingers. As you can see, I had a hard time, getting the highlight correctly, because when you're doing the highlights, that is the points where the light hits the most, you have to make sure that these points do not have a sharp edge. They should be completely blended with their background. And working with soft pastels makes it really easy. So that's it for my part 1, and make sure that you click here to watch the part 2 of this soft pastel drawing.